Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're going to be doing a brief update to our review of the Casper Wave mattress for 2019 because Casper has recently made some changes to the Wave mattress, and we're going to show you exactly what they changed and also describe to you what impact that's going to have on you as a sleeper. But you're definitely going to want to check out our full in-depth review of the Casper Wave mattress that we did previously, because the big picture here is that while a few things did change, most of the features and characteristics that we described about this mattress have not changed at all. So for the full in-depth details on what those features and characteristics are, definitely check out that in-depth review. But to see what's changed, stick around. So now let's get into the specific things that changed in the construction of the Casper mattress. And let's start with the cover. The company lists 3 things in total that have changed with the construction, and they start with adding wool to the cover of the mattress, which is meant to have a moisture wicking feature, as we know wool has. Now mind you, this cover to me looks and feels the same as it did previously. So it's not really an aesthetic change or a feel change. It's really just that somewhere in this fabric there are now wool fibers. It still feels super soft and smooth. There's nothing scratchy about it if you're thinking about wool being scratchy. And I thought maybe there was going to be a wool backing on the cover. That's not the case. It's definitely just kind of woven into the fabric. So that's change number 1, designed to have effectively a cooling feature by pulling moisture away from your body. Change number 2 is that they added pin core holes to this top layer of foam. Now, they talk about the pin core holes being in the top 2 layers of foam, which they are. They're actually lined up. You can take your finger and go all the way through into one of these pin core holes and go all the way through the top 2 layers of foam here, meaning this top layer and as well as the latex below it. I would guess that the latex already had pin core holes, only because I've never seen latex that doesn't have pin core holes. So I think that the main change here is that they've added these pin core holes to this top 1-inch layer that line up with the latex layers, so that you're getting airflow all the way down into that basically 2.5 inches deep into the mattress. So that's again designed to have a cooling function, so air can flow more easily away from your body. The last feature they did is they used to have these basically channels of material. It was sort of a taffy-like material that went all the way across the mattress, like a band of this stuff that we showed you last time, and it was designed to not only have a little bit more rigidity than foam would, but also to have sort of an elasticity to it, insofar as it kind of, that band of foam, or those bands as it were, there were multiple bands going across the middle third of the mattress, would sort of hold you up a little bit, prevent your heaviest parts from sinking too far into the mattress. That was the function it was designed to have. What they've changed is that they're still using effectively a similar material, but instead of having long bands going across the center third, they have pods of that material spread out in rows going across the center third. And we've just actually gone ahead and opened this mattress up a little bit to be able to see one of these pods and actually pull it out. We had to do a little mattress surgery to get this out. So normally these would be safely tucked away in your mattress. But what you can see here is that it is that same kind of what I described as like a saltwater taffy type of consistency to it. It's basically a 1/2 inch in total height. And you know, it's pretty, I would say it's pretty firm. I mean, it's obviously not firm like a stone or anything like that. But it's certainly, compared to any of these foams, it's got a lot more firmness to it. So the idea is that when you have all these things spread out across this middle third, you are adding some rigidity to this area underneath the heaviest part of your body, which is designed to prevent your hips from sinking too far into the mattress. Now, I don't totally understand why they made the change away from the bands. The band method made a lot of sense to me, insofar as a long band allows you to effectively benefit from not only this material that's directly underneath you, the gel as it were, but also the gel that gel is connected to, because it's all a connected row. By having these be independent pods, you know, you're not getting that same benefit. I think as a result, they're using more of this gel material to achieve the same effect. On balance, we'll talk about how this affects you as a sleeper later in the video, but I do think that they kind of landed in roughly the same place. The last thing, they don't mention this explicitly, but just looking at the mattress and comparing it to how it looked when we last reviewed it, these channels feel a little bit deeper. The purpose of these channels is they're just cut out. They have nothing in them as far as gel goes, but they're underneath basically where your shoulders would go. So you have them here and also at the foot of the mattress, so that the mattress is going to perform the same way whether you rotate it head to foot or not. But what I recall is that these channels used to be a little shallower, a little more like square shaped. They seem a little bit deeper now, these channels, and I think probably as a result that should allow your shoulder to get even a little bit deeper in, to the extent that that's something that that is good for you. So they don't talk about that change. That's just something I'm observing relative to what I remember from before. So those are the key changes that they've made, but the rest of the mattress is the same as it was before. You're still looking at 11 inches of total foam. You still have this very soft layer right up on top, followed by 1.5 inches of the latex, and then 1.5 inches of memory foam below that. You still have this transition layer that currently houses these gel pods in the center third. Is still quite firm compared to the layers above it. So it's much closer to this firm support layer here than it is to the soft memory foam directly above it. So that's all basically the same as it was before. So there you have it. Those are the changes to the Casper Wave mattress. So now let's get into how these changes are going to affect you as a sleeper. And we'll start with the change they made in the center third of the mattress with regards to the underlying support. And as I alluded to before, my ultimate feeling on this was that they ended up in about the same place as they did before, which is to say that it worked before in terms of keeping the center third of your body from sinking too far into the mattress, and it seems to work pretty well now as well. So overall, I felt like, as it relates to any of my assessments of back support and pressure relief and who would be most suitable for this mattress, I didn't really feel the need to change anything in that area. In terms of the other two changes, those were both designed to introduce cooling features to this mattress that weren't previously there. And what I can say about that is that I, first of all, don't generally tend to have a problem sleeping hot. I didn't previously have a problem sleeping hot on the earlier version of the Casper Wave, and I also didn't have a problem sleeping hot on this updated version. So unfortunately, I can't provide a lot of firsthand input as to how effective those two changes were, both the moisture wicking of the wool in the cover and the additional perforations and airflow in the top of the mattress. That being said, it certainly is clear that those two changes can only help in that regard. So if that's an area of concern for you, then certainly those two changes represent an improvement in that area. So although the purpose of this particular video is really just to provide an update on what's changed, we thought to save you some time, we'd just run through a quick list of what hasn't changed. You're going to want to check out the full review for more detail in all these areas, but in sum, this is a mattress that we classified as having a medium level of softness on our softness spectrum, which is pretty close to where the regular original Casper is, since that one's a medium firm, but it's towards the softer end of the medium firm bucket. So these two are fairly close on that, but we classified this one as a medium. In terms of cushioning depth, we said it's somewhere relatively close to the middle, maybe slightly deeper than average cushioning, particularly after that memory foam layer kicks in, which is 2.5 inches down into the mattress. We said that from a responsiveness standpoint, again, it's kind of a hybrid feel insofar as it does have 1.5 inches of memory foam, which you can feel a little bit and gives it a little of that delayed responsiveness, but it also has latex on top of that, which gives it some surface bounce, but no real deep bounce to speak of. So it doesn't have a whole lot of memory feel, and it doesn't have a whole lot of bounce either. So it's really kind of in the middle of that responsiveness spectrum. We talked about how it has excellent motion isolation, not particularly strong edge support. We talked about how it didn't, at the time we originally reviewed it, have a lot of features that were particularly designed towards keeping the mattress cool, but now it does have a couple such features. So that certainly is an area where they've made some improvements. We talked about how this is not a natural mattress per se, but that all the foams in this mattress are certified to the CertiPure standard, which looks for the presence of and off-gassing of various harmful materials and certifies that none are present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. We also talked about how this is a mattress that is certainly adjustable base compatible. It's one that's relatively easy to reposition on to the extent that's a concern for you. And then in terms of delivery, return policy, and warranty, we talked about how Casper offers free delivery to your doorstep. They also give you 100 nights to try the mattress in your home, during which time you can return it for a full refund for any reason. And if you do decide to do that, they'll even come pick it up from you. And we talked about how Casper offers a pretty standard warranty of 10 years and that they define an allowable dip as 1 inch when no one's on the mattress, which is maybe not quite as good as some other premium foam mattresses, but hasn't been changed from what it was before. Okay, so as part of our review of the new Casper Wave mattress, we're just going to give you an idea of what to expect when it arrives. As you can see, the box here is pretty similar to the previous version. We're looking at a little under 4 feet tall by about 1.5 feet in each dimension. It is a pretty heavy mattress. This box is reported to weigh 115 pounds. I can tell you it's definitely a 2-person job to move it, unless you want to just try to move it really awkwardly and slowly by yourself. But it's more, you should plan on it being a 2-person job. But otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and open it up and show you how it goes. Okay, here's a little welcome pack just to show you some information about the mattress. And then a little handwritten note, I guess. Okay, so there you have it, the Casper Wave mattress, fully unboxed. As you can see, it has already begun to expand quite extensively, probably getting pretty close already to its full height. But we're of course going to let it fully expand to make sure the feel, it gets to its final feel before we do our full review. In terms of kind of the initial off-gassing experience, I would say like from this distance, I'm getting just a trace of that kind of new mattress smell, but not like a ton. But I definitely can sense it even from this distance. If I get up close, I sense certainly more. Overall, I'd say this is probably average of most of the mattresses we unbox. So I'm not like being struck by anything particularly pungent, but it is something that you'll notice at least a little bit. So we hope you found this video helpful in determining whether the newly updated Casper Wave mattress is the right mattress for you. For a whole lot more detail and context around how we assessed all the features and characteristics of this mattress, we definitely recommend checking out the full in-depth review that we did on the previous version of the Casper Wave mattress, because on balance, most of the features and characteristics of this mattress have not changed at all. And if you're still not sure, we'd also recommend going to GoodBed.com and taking our mattress match quiz, which you can find right on the homepage of our website. Because this quiz will walk you through all of the same criteria and characteristics that we cover in each of our review videos, and ultimately will lead you towards mattresses that best match your personal needs and preferences, both online and in the local stores in your area. So we really think this is an invaluable tool that every mattress shopper should definitely take advantage of. In the meantime, we thank you for watching, and we really hope you sleep well.